Morning.
Morning.
How are we today?
Yeah, beautiful day to wake up to Djurgården's loss in the first game.
Apart from this very cheerful news,
Really good.
yes, I didn't have a very good sleep, so I'm pretty tired today. But I'm sure that it's gonna get better once we get active. So we're just having some breakfast, coffee, and a tart. And then we are going to the agency because we have actually this tour booked for today. I think I already said it yesterday, but I'm gonna repeat myself because I like to be boring. So we are going to the Mossy forest, which is supposed to look so stunning. It's very like a spooky feeling, and
It's like taking out the Lord of the Rings book.
and then we are gonna visit some more tea plantation. This one is called Bo. It's supposed to be the most famous one, and maybe have lunch there. I didn't really understand. And then in the afternoon we are supposed to do 2 treks. But if it's gonna keep happening as in the past days, around 1 o'clock it starts to pour down the rain. So we will see how this goes. I hope it's not raining today, because then it becomes like shit, like mud everywhere and so on. Let's start the day. Alright, so we are trying the hibiscus tea, because hibiscus is even the national flower of Malaysia. Let's not forget that. So if we like it, we are gonna buy a jar for home. And nice view even here.
Yeah, so this is Malaysia's #1 tea maker.
Yeah.
Biggest tea company owned by a Scottish family called Russell.
Yeah, but they sell it only in Malaysia, and a little
Only
part.
5% of their production is going to the neighboring countries.
Yeah, but so nothing in Europe or in. And why this?
It's because they are not part of this international tea. I don't know.
They don't.
Organization
Yeah,
or
they don't meet
whatever
the
it is. They don't meet
requirements.
the requirements, basically, which has to do with
The height
has
that
to
they
be
cultivate.
grown in the right, exactly, on the right altitude, and with these different stem bands.
Yeah, so they are cultivating too low here to meet the requirements. So we just had lunch, some Chinese, and in 15 minutes we're gonna do 2 treks with our guide as well. And he's so cool, he knows so many things.
Yeah, excellent tour so far, actually.
Yeah.
Mainly thanks to the guide.
But then after maybe we can talk about it and recommend you the agency and everything, and explain you a little bit of the Mossy forest that is very interesting. And yeah, let's see how it continues the day.
Oak forest right now. This is all oak trees over here. And later you can see after a few hundred meters you're passing into the laurel forest, where you have a lot of spices, a lot of oaks as well combining together. Going down towards the valley, taller trees, going up to the Mossy forest and the river basin. So you'll be seeing different layers of rainforest up to this. It
Awesome.
looks really amazing. Luwak.
That's the flower that takes
Yeah, the insects.
Yeah, the insects.
That's the one. Mainly you have spices, a lot of spices in the spiritual jungle. Yeah. Rub the leaf underneath, smell it. Nice aroma. This belongs to clove.
river in Malaysia. You can drink. You can drink it. Wow. Fresh. Alright, we came to a new hotel because we changed town. So we have a bed with a nice brick wall behind. Tally, huge one as well. All the TV channels included, quite many. And then here, this one actually it was there, but we prefer to put our luggages instead. And then we have quite of a big bathroom. Ooh! Surprise, surprise! Look at the bathtub. So showered, fresh and clean. Let's just summarize what we did today. This guy is amazing.
The guide.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's like so knowledgeable. And me and Vincent were thinking like if we would have done this.
What was his name?
I have the business card this time. Hold.
Oh, but it's mirror.
Nice.
So,
If you come here and if you want to do a tour, ask to be with him because I don't know if they're also good there, but he was just great. This mossy forest, what happened is that they've been fighting a lot to preserve it because it's very, very important actually to have this mossy forest. What does it do, the mossy forest, basically?
provides water for the region.
Exactly.
Because the clouds go in through the forest, and the moss that grows there, they can only grow on this specific height. So it's very rare to find it unless you're on this specific height.
Yeah.
All the moss sucks up all the water, which is like, it keeps tons of water, and then it goes down in the ground and out in the rivers.
Yeah. Basically the government was very, very close to give this land to Chinese and people from Singapore, that they wanted to spend tons of money to build there because it's such a nice position and you have this amazing view, as you've seen, with the clouds under, like beautiful. And they tried to fight to not make this happen, also because this mossy forest is the only one that you can reach so easily, so for people for tourists to visit in the world.
Because normally they grow on mountains that are this steep.
And then the Finnish government actually...
Hey, thunder.
The Finnish government managed to put his nose in and finance actually this area to become a protected area.
His nose? Whose nose?
The Finnish government knows.
Is he a he? Is Finnish government a he? Because since the Finnish government funded this project, they got the certificate to preserve it as a natural reserve.
Just selected agency, they will be allowed to bring tourists there, and one of these is Eco Cameron. So yeah, we were one of the last that could access very easily to the mossy forest, basically.
What's fascinating about it is that in this mossy forest, 75% of what's growing there is medicine.
That's
like,
crazy.
It's a pharmacy. It's a growing pharmacy.
Yeah. Good morning.
Roses.
Good morning,
Highlands
Vincent.
and roses.
This morning we just had breakfast and then we spent quite some time in the room trying to plan the accommodation for next week, because as you might know, next week is Easter. So it's gonna get high season again and everything was almost booked up for where we wanted to go, and I'm not telling you what it is. So we had to sort that. And it took some time, and then we went out, had a little bit of lunch, and now we are heading towards the cactus farm. And let's see what it's about. I love cactus, I'm obsessed with cactus.
Even though we wouldn't have done this Unless it's because we have nothing else to do today.
Yeah, we don't have much to do, so it's just like strolling around this town, looking at the
Cactus we
cactus.
can see at home too.
Yeah, but I think that there are some very cool ones, so let's check. Cool, because if you look at the locals' houses, you recognize, for example, here Chinese living. Here for sure is an Indian family living. You can see it straight away. It's so fun.
Such a mixed culture.
Yeah,
country.
I love it.
Malaysia. Back at the old smokehouse. What is oh, to have afternoon tea. The British way.
The British way, in a British building. Look how cool it is. So beautiful, so charming this place.
So charming.
And
we had dinner the other day.
Yeah,
you know.
but we felt that we wanted to come back here during the day and just sit in the garden.
To look at the house from the outside in the light.
Yeah.
And also have some tea.
Yes, so we are having Cameron tea and some homemade cookie selection. Hello! So we are back at the hotel, and I wanted to tell you, I almost forgot, today is 3 months of travel! Woo, so it's time of facing how much money you spend. It's not that bad, it's not that bad. This month has been the most expensive one of all our travel. We spent 1,635 euros. So the total spend for 3 months is 3,965 euros. Regarding this month, is if we remove the diving certificate, that it costed 250 euros. If we remove the transport, 220 euros, it gets to 1,165 euros, which is an average of 37 euros per day. We were a little bit thinking like, how did we spend more this money? Because this last month is basically the Thai Islands and Malaysia. And I think the original idea, it was to spend 2 weeks in Koh Tao because, oh, we get on a highland, we can get a cheap accommodation and we don't spend so much money, so we keep our budget low, spending like 20 euros per day. Those days have been the most expensive days of all of them. And this is simply because the accommodation that we had, it was quite expensive. We paid 40 euros per night for that bungalow. It was beautiful, so we don't regret it or anything. But actually to pay these 20 euros that we had in our head, we should have got an accommodation which is like a guest house inland in the island, and then we wouldn't have gotten the feeling that we wanted from the island, and we should have eaten like pad thai from the street foods every day. Next month, I don't remember if I told you what we're doing next month. I'm really excited, but I'm not telling you right now in the specific what we're gonna do, but the aim is to stay in one place for 1 month. We already have the accommodation booked, and that will cost us actually 10 euros each per day, this accommodation with pool, really nice accommodation, and we try to keep it cheap, so we can maybe catch up on this month. But now we're just fixing some stuff here and then we will go out for dinner. Alright guys, so we are trying our very first steamboat. How does it work? You can have 3 different bases. So herbal, chicken soup and tom yum soup, which is this Thai spicy. This is supposed to be like a new hip thing, but we went for the chicken soup. And you can actually pick 2 tastes if you want, but then you have a different kind of pan that is not cooked with charcoal. If you pick one, it will be cooked with charcoal in that kind of machine. And he will bring us all this stuff that we can cook there. So it's like a chicken slice, fish bowl, bean curd skin, mushrooms, some noodles, pork bowl, pork slice, tofu, some other mushrooms, eggs, fish, prawns, lettuce, veggie, corns, and kikua, which I have no idea what it is. Look at this. So there is our chicken broth. And I explain a little bit how all these things work. With this stuff, you fish things from the soup because of course it has holes. This one, you use it when you just want to take the broth. This one is to drink the broth. And this one is to pick stuff from the broth and dip it in the soya sauce. So, end of the meal. I mean, she's still eating, I'm done. And basically we were putting a little bit of things per time, and then this lady came and she was like, just throw everything in there, that's the way to do it.